So, hey guys, Simon here, and I guess we're back with learning to make video games, or computer games, or something. So that's what I've got. I don't know if you watched the last video, hopefully you did, or if you watched to the end, but if you did, then you'll notice that I've done some homework since the last time. Well, first of all, I've changed this, cartoon style. Mostly because it's easier to draw in this style, not because I like this style. Not because I think I'll stick with this style, but just for now, it's easy to draw things in this style. And so in the last, at the end of the last video, you remember we had 3 particle emitters for the clouds, which is what we still have, 3 clouds, but there's now also 3 trees, 4 rocks, and a mountain. So it's more complex, but at the same time, it's just the same stuff. Or almost the same stuff, just, different variations of what we learned last time. A few things I want to just point out though, let's see, we can stop this. A few things I want to point out, which should be important. So clouds background inspector. So you might have noticed that there's some randomness in the placement and the shape and well, not the shape, but the size and the rotation of the clouds and then all the other things. So to get that, what you want is, so things like start size, you can have random between 2 constants. You see how the background clouds, its size is between 2 and 6, so they're randomly changing the size of them. And start rotation, again random between 2 constants, so between -5 and 5 degrees, so they tilt a little bit at random. To get the placement on screen to be kind of random, you see how it's 1, 1, and 20. So the length of the emitter is 20, so each particle will appear at any point on that length. And the y is height, and x is in the depth, so we don't really need the depth to be random. But there's a little bit of randomness in the height as 1, and then there's quite a bit more randomness as to where it puts it in. So there's a 20 wide, and all of them are 20 wide, I believe. I can always tweak that later on if I want to adjust how random it is. And it's especially noticeable in the trees. You see how it comes together sometimes and it's wider. So it's putting the trees at a regular pace, but it's randomly placing them along a horizontal space. So then sometimes it will say maybe this one was placed, maybe this one was placed at the back, and then the next one is placed at the front. So then, well, here they just stacked on top of each other even. So it seems like they're closer together. I don't know if that makes sense to you. So they're placing at regular time intervals, but they're placing them horizontally at random locations. So sometimes they'll seem like they come together and so on. So I thought that was useful as well. So you can, random size, random rotation, randomly determine where on screen you can put it. And I changed the start speed to velocity over lifetime, just thinking ahead as to what I want to do next. I think that's going to be important. But I'll talk about that later on, I guess. Collision. Oh, I've actually added a plane kill particles. So if I rotate this, there's a giant plane here, and this kills the particles. So in the particle emitters, you have collision. So the plane is plane kill particles, and when it hits it, lifetime loss of 1. When particle collides, it will lose this fraction of its start lifetime. So it loses 100% of its start lifetime. So you see there the trees, when they hit this plane, they disappear. And I've changed the start lifetime to 5,000 so that if the plane wasn't there, they'd just go on for a very long time. But once they hit it, they disappear, just so that we don't get millions of particles on screen, which would obviously be bad for the game performance. So I'm just doing these things. I mean, I'm thinking ahead, right? If I change the speed of these things, or if I decide to change the position of these things, then it's easier to have them be killed when they hit a plane than if I have to manually adjust how long they last for each one. So I'm just thinking ahead. This is probably going to be easier for later on if I want to change those things. And the last thing we want to look at is renderer max particle size. You see this? How large is a particle allowed to be on screen at most? 1 is the entire viewport. 0.5 is half viewport. So I've set them to 10. And I hit this problem when I made the mountains. And for a while I couldn't figure it out because it's by default it's 0.5. So if you set it to 0.5, well, you don't see it here in the game, or if you just set it to even a lower number, so it's a hard limit on how big the particles can be on the screen. And so when it's 0.5, I wanted mountains to be up to about that big, but they would only go to about this big, and I couldn't figure out why. Eventually I figured out here. So I want these particles to be able to be quite big, so I'm going to set it to 10. Obviously the mountains aren't going to be 10 screens big, but you see how they can be quite large on the screen. I mean, the screen is there, so 0.5, so the mountains were only ever about this tall, which was not very good. Those are, oops, don't touch the mic. I think those are the important things. I don't think there's anything else since the last video, but yeah, so textures. Textures are particles, vertex, lit, blended. I just basically went and tried all the variations, and I also looked up some of the help to see what these things do. It seems like it's kind of limited, the amount of things you can do with materials. Like if none of these options are what you want, you basically can't do it. I think with the pro version of Unity you can script your own materials, but I think here you can't do that. I'm not sure though. You might want to double check that. But you know, if you, so I was trying to do last time, I don't know if you remember, I was trying to do self-illuminated and transparent, and you see like there's not, it doesn't have that combination. So you can have self-illuminated, diffuse, and parallax and all that, and specular. You can have transparent, you can have transparent cutout, so you can have a hard edge around your transparency, but not a soft edge. Like not a, you know, not half transparent. You can either have fully opaque or fully transparent, so that's the cutout. But you can't have like 50% transparency and self-illumination. So yeah, I mean, so I was trying to do that the hard way. So eventually I found particles, vertex, lit, blended to be the most useful for what I'm doing here. So I guess you just explore your options and figure that out. Now, onto this, what I'm doing now, keyboard controls. So what I want to do is, actually, so can I turn that back on? Let's see, learning 03. So basically I want it so that if you don't press any keys, it runs like this. If you press forward, it goes faster. If you press back, it goes slower. That's the idea. That's what I want to do. So how do I do that? And I've been thinking about this a bit, so I'm not like coming at this completely fresh, but I haven't actually written any scripting yet, so let me just get a file here and then I'll draw some things. So let's see, we have on one side, we want keyboard input, right? And then from the keyboard input, we want to translate that into a velocity multiplier. Velocity, that's not velocity multiplier, and that is a global variable. Or I don't know if I don't think they call it global variables in Unity, but it's a variable that can be accessed by other scripts, so that's important. Let's see, I don't even know how to use this. So there's keyboard input, there's the velocity multiplier. Oops, that's not what I want to pick up. velocity multiplier. Can I move the? Okay, I can. So that's going to be one script, and then on the other side we have original particle speed and original spawn rate. What did it call it? Emission rate. So these have to be multiplied by the velocity multiplier. So obviously, if you want to go faster, then you want the particles to move. Let's say if the multiplier is 2, you want to run twice as fast. Then you need the particles to move by twice as fast. But also you need the emissions rate to be twice as many, because then if they're moving past twice as quickly but they're at the same emissions rate, then it seems like they're more spaced out, right? Because they're moving by faster, but they're not appearing any more frequently. So you want also the emission rate to be doubled, so that the spacing between the particles is still the same, but it's moving by faster. So that's the input into the other script. I'm not drawing this very well. I'm sorry if this kind of makes no sense. So you have multiply by velocity multiply, but before that, we should also have the current speed, whatever that is, or the current velocity multiplier, or that I don't want to confuse the terms. Current speed, and then underneath it, if velocity multiplier is not equal, I think in Java not equal is that, I'm not sure, I need to look that up. Like, I don't even know the basic JavaScript things like that. Current speed, then multiply current speed by velocity multiplier. How do I edit this text? Multiply current speed by velocity multiplier. Don't move the background. Why does it keep doing that? So keyboard input translates into velocity multiplier, and then original particle speed. So multiply. No. What am I doing? That's wrong. If it's different, then set current speed equals the velocity multiplier, and then multiply or set particle speed as original particle speed times current speed, and then set emission rate equals original emission rate multiplied by current speed. Right, is there anything else that I need to do? So keyboard input, translate keyboard input into velocity multiplier. So keyboard input left and right is like -1 and 1. What I want to do is translate that into 0.5 and 2, 1 being neutral. So it's -1, 0 and 1, that's left, nothing, and right. I want to translate that into -5, 1 and 2, which is like half speed, current speed, and then double speed, right? So I want to, that's simple as arithmetic. But so you read these from the particle emitter. Can I? So you read from particle emitter those things. Read from the particle emitter the original particle speed, the original emission rate, and then the current speed equals 1. Current speed is equal to 1. And then, so this 5, I want the size to be 5. So that leads to that. That's a terrible arrow. That leads to that. And then this just loops, right? And then keyboard input, that loops. And then the velocity multiplier goes to that, if that makes sense. And that the font is really small, you might not see it. Damn it. You probably don't see it if it's on if you're watching this on a low resolution. Let me zoom in. My bad. Zoom 100. Wow. Let's just pan this. So on one side you have keyboard input translated into the velocity multiplier, and then on the other side read from, you start off reading those variables from the particle emitter, and then compare the velocity multiplier with the current speed, but then if it's different, then change the speed, and then set the current speed as the new velocity multiplier, basically. Right. Okay. Right. So, let's do this. I have no idea what I'm doing now. Okay, so there's going to be 2 scripts, and hopefully with this, what I can do is I can use this script, I can put this script on every particle emitter, and wherever I put it on, it'll read that particular particle emitter's variables. So I only have to write 2 scripts, and I can use multiple copies of this script, and then have one of this running as well. I think that's how it works. To be honest, I don't know if this is gonna work. But let's start with create JavaScript. New behavior script. Let's go script keyboard input. Not keyboard input, but I guess keyboard to velocity. Oops. Because that's basically what it does, right? It translates keyboard input into velocity multiply. Is that how you spell velocity? Oh, I shouldn't show you guys my my Twitter. That's alright. Okay, that's how you spell velocity. I shouldn't use this one. I should use this one. So keyboard to velocity, that's one script, and then create the other script. JavaScript, that is script set particle speed, which is basically what it is. Okay, so I don't know how this works. I honestly don't. Okay, keyboard to velocity. Let's edit this. And when you double click on the script, it opens a separate program where you can write the script. This might take a while, so let's go to this, and let's say we don't need those windows anymore. That's me looking up help again on particles. So Unity reference manual. Wow, slow. Yeah, the computer's trying to record the screen and then open new programs at the same time. Okay, scripting. And we just want the basic stuff, right? So common operations. That's not what I want. I want accessing. No, I want components, objects, vectors, variables. That's interesting. It doesn't have keyboard input. Does that help the search results? Anyway, here's the assembly. You need to know I don't want those things. I want. Wait a minute. Why don't I have? I don't want assembly. I want Unity script assets. Here we go. Keyboard to velocity. Interface into the input system. Use this class to read the access setup in the input manager. I mean, this. Where are we going? There's the assets. No, edit. I forgot where the input manager is. Wow, I'm so bad at this. Get input, get access, horizontal and vertical. Right. Note that the input flags are not reset until update, so suggest you make the input calls on the update loop. Yeah, that's a good plan. Input, get access. Wow, look at all that. Where's the input manager? And I want get access. Although later on we probably want like key down and key up and all this kind of other stuff. Edit project settings input. Fascinating. Oops, that's the wrong one. Edit project settings input. Axes, size, horizontal and vertical. So here we go. There's the left, right, or AD, gravity dead. Yeah, that's all. So basically I just want the horizontal. I'm not even dealing with all this other stuff here. And okay, that's cool. That's where it is. Back to help. Input, get access. See, this is the script that I kind of hacked together into the first thing that I showed in the first video, where I said, you know, you can control. Remember that red box on the white box on the black background? So I was hacking away at this. So function update. We got some variables that we need to set. Input get access horizontal. Just copy and paste. So we want variable. Is this really slow? Okay, that's working. Variable something. Variable. Oh wait, I need this to be a global variable. Anyway, let's do this first. Variable velocity float. Let's just copy that, but it's not rotation speed. We don't have rotation speed. It's horizontal. Okay, 0 needs to become 0.5. 0 needs to become 0.5. No, sorry, negative 1 needs to become 0.5. 0 needs to become 1. 1 needs to become 2. Maybe I should change this. What if we just go 0.5, 1, and 1.5? That makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? So it's get access, it's plus 2 and then multiplied by 0.5. Okay, so equals that equals input plus 2 multiplied by 0.5. Well, does it? Can I just do this? Should I put a bracket around this? I don't know if this works. So it's that. Actually, it shouldn't be floating. Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I think that's basically what I want to do. I think that's all there is to it. Yeah, so this stuff actually is not. Okay, so now we want global variable. No. Unity global variable. Member variables and global variables. Any defined as a member variable? No, I want. You can also create global variables using the static keyword. This creates a global variable called sumGlobal. You can access it from inside the script. To access it from another script, you need to use the name of the script followed by a dot, and the global variable name dot print the script name sumGlobal equals 10. Okay. Okay, so static. Should I? Okay, so I guess we don't have the start. I don't know if pragma_strict is useful or not. So let's go static var velocity. Should I put velocity multiplier or just velocity? Let's just put multiplier. Wait a minute. Oh. Velocity multiplier float equals 1. Yep, so static variable velocity multiplier float equals 1. Oh, I keep forgetting semicolon. And then when it updates, it changes the velocity multiplier according to get access horizontal. Good. Good. Save. Now the other one, should I? Nah, that doesn't matter. So here, what's the thing again? If current speed. So here at function start, actually should this be in function start? What's function start? What is function start? Function start. Start is called just before any of the update methods is called the first time. Start is only called once in the lifetime of the behavior. The difference between awake and start is that start is only called if the script instance is enabled. This allows you to delay any initialization code until it's really needed. Awake is always called before any start functions. This allows you to order initialization of scripts. Fascinating. Maybe I should put that into function start. I don't know why. I suspect it's good practice. So let's just copy and paste, because I'm not a real programmer. Do real programmers do this? Copy and paste? I don't know. But I'm gonna cut and paste and tab this. Okay, function start, we do that. Function update, we do that. Save. So function start, we know one thing we want to do is where is it? Current speed equals 1. Velocity multiplier. Current velocity. variable current velocity float equals 1. Current velocity equals 1. Well, I mean, when you do nothing, that's what it is. Or no, let's just keep it like that. Current velocity multiply. Like I've always had this thing for really descriptive variable names, but then they end up being like really long variable names. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. On the one hand, you can just read it and you know what it is. It's the current velocity multiplier. On the other hand, whenever you type it, you have to type a really long variable name, which is a bit strange. I don't know if this is good practice or not. Anyway, that's what I do. Okay, now we need to do read from the particle emitter the original particle speed and the original emissions rate. How do you read something from an object? Should I just type that into Google? Is that gonna work? Actually, I need that still. Unity reading variables from what do you call these things? I don't even know the terminology. From objects. Is that what they're called? From objects. How do I access information, variables, functions? Component, scripts, functions, start reading it. That doesn't seem like. Get a variable from another object. Well, I want the same object. I think this is something so simple that nobody even asks. Updating a variable on a script in an instance. No, this is not what I want. I guess I can look at this, and this is probably going to help me anyway. Need to write a dot? Yeah, okay. Transform. See, I don't want transform position x. I want like particle emitter variables. Reading from particle emitter. That's not how you spell emitter. Script reference particle emitter. Wait, is that it? Legacy. No. These are legacy particles. These are legacy particles. Particle emitter, particle renderer? No. Particle system? Shuriken. Okay, good. Script interface for particle systems. Variables, functions, inherited members. Okay, so we want, what do we want? We want particle speed and emission rate. Oops. Let's just double check this. So we want the emission rate, but velocity over lifetime, not the start speed, but the velocity over lifetime. So we don't need this anymore. We want not start speed, emission rate. Where's velocity over lifetime? Inherited members, inherited functions. This could be a problem. Inherits from component. See also particle system particle. For a particle, velocity of the particle. Okay, this could be a problem. This could be a problem. Each particle has its own velocity. rate of emissions. Okay, particle emissions rate. Let's just put that in for now. Particle system emission rate. So variable original emission rate float equals, and then how do I do this? Particle system emission rate. Do I just particle system emission rate, is that it? Semicolons. And then variable original speed float equals crap. See also particle system particle inherits from component, inherits from object. So component transform functions velocity over lifetime. Yeah, like once the particles have left the emitter, they're separate things. How do I apply a script to all of the existing particles? Okay, this is going to complicate things, isn't it? Start speed. Or maybe I go back to start speed. Particle emitter, particle system. Damn it. Okay. Let's save this for now and come back to Unity. And so I'm gonna velocity over lifetime 0.2, start speed 0.2. So I'm gonna copy all of that. Velocity over lifetime 0.7, start speed 0.7, so 1.5, 0.5, 0.4, 0.4, stones 5, start speed 5. That seems really fast. Velocity over 5, lifetime 5, start speed 5. Does that make it faster? Like, is it like twice as fast now? It is. Start speed plus velocity over lifetime. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? The thing with start speed is if you change the start speed, then it doesn't affect the current particles. Okay, never mind. I think we have to do that anyway, because we can't set. Okay, Unity script particles velocity over lifetime. Yeah. Yep. Okay, let's just look this up. I can't find a way to control particle velocity in that has speed linear curve 0.5, don't move, stays in place. Instead of start speed, okay. But how do you script it? Particle system shurikens. Emissions module. Shape module. Velocity over lifetime module. But how do you script? How do you use script to control these modules? Unity script reference. Particle emitter. No, this is legacy. This is legacy particles. I don't want that. Over lifetime, particle systems. I want the direction. I wanna. What? Oh, it's a forum post. Oh no, I don't think. No, that's not gonna help me. Speed of a lifetime. Particle emitter, emit particle system, particle velocity. Wait, whoa, hey, whoa, hi, hello. Particle system, particle velocity. Yeah, but that's setting the existing velocity. That's not. Okay, I guess I have to do this. Okay, I guess I turn off velocity over lifetime. Oops. Yeah, turn off velocity over lifetime. 0.2. Yep. So 0.7. I hope I'm explaining myself adequately. Basically, the problem here is you can't seem to script the velocity over lifetime, which kind of makes sense because once the particles leave the particle emitter, then they're no longer controlled by the emitter, like they're their own things. So what am I doing? Why can't I? Is the computer lagging? Yes, it's lagging. Please don't crash, please don't crash. Please don't crash. Well, in any case, so original speed is particle system dot start speed. Particle system start speed. I don't even know if this is gonna work. So let's just deal with this for now. Save. So on update, this is working yet? Okay, that's. Except I forgot what speed this should be at. Oh, 5. Okay. Let's go back to this. Turn that off. And that's 5. Turn that off. Trees in the background. 1.5. Turn that off. Trees in the foreground. 3. Turn that off. And 2.5. Turn this off. Save. And test. Build and run, see what that looks like. Just for now. I'm trying to do several different things at the same time. Oops. Oh, okay, I've still got. No, I don't. Oh, the script. Keyboard velocity expecting close bracket. Keyboard velocity found static, but there's the close bracket. I don't get it. Static variable multiply float equals 1. Build all. Oops, should I have not pressed build all? Error 1. Warning, local unused variable No, these are not the errors. I don't mind any of those things. This I don't understand. But I don't care about those. I thought there was like an error here. It says, oh wait, what's going on? I thought I had a close bracket. Build expecting closed bracket found static. Oh wait, static, is that not meant to be there? Is that meant to be outside? Is that what it means? Oh no, I lost it. Damn it, I pressed the wrong button. Static variable, what was it? Wait, no, can I just reload this without saving? Close without saving. Okay, let's just take that out of there. Is that what it means? Okay, apparently no. Oh wait, an instance of particle system is required to Unity Engine particle system is required to access non-static member emission rate. An instance of Unity Engine particle system. I don't understand. I don't. An instance of Unity particle system. How am I supposed to script this? I don't understand how to script this. So let's see. Translation, rotation, input, get access, time delta, particle. Isn't that just the same as this? Oh wait, no it's not, is it? PRTI particle system emission rate. Do I want the lowercase? Is that what I want? Particle system emission rate? Do I? Possibly. Save. I don't even know if that's correct or not. 0 errors, 34 warnings. Unused variables, that's fine. Unused local variables, system collections, never use. That's fine, I think. So can I build and run this? Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Okay, cool. So this should... Is that going too fast or not? Are the trees going by too fast? Or is that the same as before? The frame rate's not very good because I'm trying to record things at the same time. Let's assume that this is correct. Okay, back to this. So there's that. And now what do I want to do next? Current speed. Current velocity multiplier is 1. Right. Right. Static function update. Okay. So function update. If how do I access global variables? If, oh, the script name and then the variable name. If script keyboard to velocity dot velocity multiplier. Is that how you do Java? I don't even know. JavaScript not equal operator. Equals, okay, so if it's equal, this is not equal. Okay, yeah, exclamation, that's equal. Okay, cool. So if the velocity multiplier is not equal to the current velocity multiplier, if, I don't even know how to do the if, that's not correct. I need some brackets in there somewhere. JavaScript if. What's the syntax for this? If statement. Come on, load. If, okay, brackets, condition, and then the squiggly brackets. If bracket, don't do that. If bracket, then, oh wait, I wanna if bracket if else. I don't need else, do I? Okay, if those two aren't the same, then variable current velocity multiplier equals velocity multiplier. So change the current velocity to the new velocity. Is that what I called it? Velocity multiplier? Yeah. And then set those. Okay, so and then particle system. See, it's not even here. I don't even know if this is correct if I use lowercase. I don't think this is correct. Particle system emission rate equals, there needs to be a thing there, and let's just give ourselves more space. No, not a comma, a semicolon. Equals original emission rate multiplied by current velocity multiplier, variable particle system start speed equals original speed multiplied by current velocity multiplier in bracket. I don't even know if that's correct. I don't even know if that's correct. Okay, in Unity, let's just put the keyboard to velocity on the ground. I don't know why. And then set particle speed. Let's put that on the foreground trees. So the foreground trees has that script, and then the ground has that script, and then see what happens. And then see what happens. Damn it. What's going on? That's not mine. That's not mine. What's the error? Warning? One build error with... There's no errors there. Script set particle speed JS unexpected token. Damn it. Set particle speed unexpected token. What is that? What's going on? Script keyboard to velocity, velocity multiplier not equals to 1. Okay. Static velocity multiplier. Velocity. Oh my god. Forget the warnings. One error. That's not a problem. Okay, so we have a problem. I don't know how to debug. I don't know how to debug. Static variable velocity multiplier flow equals 1 function start. I don't need that anymore. Not that it matters. Get access plus 2 times 0.5. should these be at function start or not? I don't think this matters. I think I can leave them like out, but I don't think that's the problem. Variable original emission rate equals float particle system emission rate. I don't know if this is correct. I honestly don't know if that's correct. Should this be a capital P? I can't tell. What if I do that and then I try and build this? Damn it. Unexpected token. $14.35 emission rate. 14.35 unexpected token. It's that, right? Hold on. Set particle speed 14.35. I don't know. Maybe I should stop recording and figure this out. This might take me a long time. Okay, so I guess I've figured out that part. So I had VAR, I had variables, so I should not have those, because every time you do that you're declaring the variable again and you erase whatever you had before. Right, so if you're just setting the variable you shouldn't be declaring it. Right. Okay, so that was stupid. But this is not happening still. This is not working. Let me see this. Argument exception. You are not allowed to call getParticleSystem when declaring a variable. Move it to the line after without a variable declaration. Move it to the line. Don't use this function in the constructor or field initializers. Instead, move it to awake or start function. Okay. You're not allowed to call getParticleSystem when declaring a variable. Okay, so you can't do that here? Is that what they say? Or what if I just go 1 and 1? Let me just add a few more. And then down here, function start, I think I should do that. I think that's what it said. Function start. Is that correct? Function start. Bracket, bracket. And then just go emission rate equals particles, system emission rate, original speed equals particles system start speed, and in fact let's just make it 0 just for the hell of it. Save that, because what was happening is that wasn't actually working. I think this is the error. You can't. What? Oh, crap. end bracket. Is there anything else? Can I clear this? 1410 expecting bracket found update. 14. I didn't use the wrong brackets, did I? $14.10 expected bracket found update. What do you mean? Is this my fault, or is this not gonna work? That's not gonna work. I don't think. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work. Expected bracket 1410. No, that should be expected 1419. No, that's definitely not right. I'm missing something here. Function start. I don't understand what I did wrong. Function start bracket bracket original emission rate equals, and then yeah, I don't see what's wrong with that. But here it's telling me 16.9 unexpected token if it says 1687. Expect a bracket. Expecting a bracket found update. Now, unless I didn't close this save. No, that's still not doing it. Why is it not doing it? I closed the bracket, didn't I? Yeah, function awake. Function start. Function update. I don't understand. I swear this is correct. Function start brackets. And now there's no errors. I didn't change anything. Oh, did I have to update the scripts on the objects? Is that what I needed to do? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So you see this, I only applied the script on the foreground trees. So if you look at that, there's foreground trees. They come... Wait. Oh, there's foreground trees. So if I press forward... Oh, look at that! Look at that! The foreground trees are moving faster! Yes! And then if I move back, the foreground trees should move slower. But you see, it's only affecting new particles. in see how the foreground trees are moving slower now. Yes, yes. Okay, partial success. Partial success. Halfway there. Halfway there. Right. Close that. Now we can apply that script. Set particle speed to all particles. Okay, great. Great. So we are halfway there. Background, foreground, midground, save scene. Okay, halfway there. Now I need to change the velocities of the particles that are already in place. Change. Okay, I can close all this, I think. Let's not confuse ourselves with too many open windows. Okay. Unity, change particle speed. Change particle velocity. So, I mean, you don't even have to ask questions, because somebody else has probably asked it already. Just go to Google, search it up, and you find, oh, someone else has already asked it. I was wondering if you can change the velocity of a particle that has already been created. I tried changing emitters, but it doesn't seem to look right. Emitter world velocity, yeah, okay. No, particle emitter particles, and of course particle itself. If the particle emitters local velocity along with particle animators damping for that would affect all particles. Jeez. Fail. No, there's a proper answer to this. Particle speed over lifetime. I'm trying to create a particle effect where all particles appear at the same time in the middle of a circle and then blast out from it. Okay, no one's answered this. C#, I don't want C#. Continue to go in line to the right when checking. Okay. Create particle system in the scene looks fine. Setting spawner. Most I don't understand why he named it that. Access each particle on it. Basic values. See, the thing is, you do need to access each particle on its own. You need to access the particle system component, probably particle system git component here. No. Wow, you guys. Adjusting speed of existing particles. Come on, guys. Particle system control. I can modify emission speed of particles that already exist. Getting the particles, alternating velocity and setting particles again. Check the velocity in the last frame, they are unchanged. Here's the code and suggestions. Except you didn't save the change particle back to the array, so it could be set back to the particle system. Particle normalize particle. Probably aware of the mupdate particle speed variable. So only affect particles have already been emitted. If they're starting to emit on play, then none will be affected because they only run for one frame when no particles are emitted. I emitted the whole conditions to make sure the code worked. Okay, so this is far more complicated than I signed up for, I can tell you that. Update particle speed variable. If update particle speed is okay, this is false. Integer number of particles particle system particle count. Yeah, so then you have to go through every single particle in the particle system. Okay, I need to get back to this. Unity particle system. I spelled that wrong. Particle system variables particle count. The current number of particles read only. Integer. Right. Particle system particle new particle system. What? Particle system number of particles. Get particles. Get particles. Get the particles of this particle system. Return number of particles written into the input particle array. What? What? Set particles. Sets the particles of its particle system. Size is the number of particles that is set. What? What? Get particles? Okay, guys, this doesn't help. Come on, guys. What does this mean? Get the particles of this particle system. Returns the number of particles written to the input array. Input particle array. What? Particle. For integer I equals 0, I less than particle's length. Particle's length? Particle velocity normalized and particle speed. System particles, number of particles. Yeah. Okay, so I need more help than this. I need more help than this. What does set particles do? Unity set particles. Sensitive function doesn't do the work. What? How do you set particles to known positions? Fascinating. Fascinating. Yeesh. So I don't know how this works. Okay, wait a minute. Particle systems particle. Velocity. Right. See also particle system get particles, particle system set particles. Particle system particle system particle velocity. Particle count. Current number of particles. Function set particles bracket particles colon particle system particles bracket or like square bracket. What does the square bracket do? Particle system particle particle system particle square bracket. with nothing inside. Particles, wait. That's not right though, is it? Variable part. Oh my god, he's using like. Okay, that's why. This is the particles. Particle number. Oh, this is the number inside the square bracket. Is which number the particle is? Okay, particle velocity equals. Okay. 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 Number of particles. Why would that be particles dot length? Okay. Variable particle number of particles variable number, because it doesn't actually matter. Number integer equals number of sprites. Just we're not calling them particles because that's kind of really confusing. I don't know about you, but like particle emissions, particle systems, and then the core number of particles, it seems like a really confusing thing. So I'm just gonna call them sprites because that's what they are. Number of sprites. Actually, they're not called sprites. Whatever. Number of sprites. Equals. Oh wait, I can't do this, can I? No, I can't set this. It's said before. Integer equals 0. And then down here we go number sprites equals particle system dot particle count. Number of sprites equals particle system particle count. And then we need a for JavaScript for, just to get the syntax of this for loop. And again, like I know a little bit about programming, and so I just know this stuff. If you're completely new to JavaScript, you won't know what the hell I'm doing or where I'm getting this stuff from. For brackets, okay, for bracket I equals 0. Is that a... okay, I equals 0. I is smaller than number sprites I plus plus squiggly brackets and then the next part, I don't know what I'm doing. Particle I velocity. Particle I velocity. No, I need to... no, that's fine. Particle... let's square bracket I velocity equals original speed multiplied by current velocity multiplier in bracket. I think that's it. I think. Oops, that's my YouTube. I think that's it. Save. And damn it. Do I have to reset? Like, do I have to reload these scripts or not? Set particle speed. Can I test this? Fine. What? 736. 736. Please be simple. Please be simple. Yes, 736. That's a simple one. Good. Good. Easy. Missing semicolon. Please run. Please run. Please run. Damn it. Unknown, oh damn it. 2825. Set particle speed 28. 25. Particle. Velocity. Variable particle equals particles I. Particle velocity equals particle velocity normalized. Particles. No, this is wrong. This is missing an S, isn't it? Particles. Particle system particle. Script interface for a particle. Particle system particle. Do I need set particles or not? Function set particles. Oh my god, how do I use this? Script interface for a particle. Particle system set particles, which is this. Set the particles of this particle system. Size is the number of particles that is set. How do I use that? Come on. Unity set particles. What is this? Int next index equals alive. Particles square brackets position. Is there a working version of this code? Is this code good or not? Particles, square brackets. Velocity? Is that what I'm... velocity? What was the error? Unknown identifier particle. Damn it. Particle system particle. Okay, I guess I'm missing this. Class level. Particle system particle, square brackets particles, new particles 1000. Wait, that's creating. Get particles. Okay. How do I use get particles? I don't know how to use this, man. Come on. Functions. Get the particles of the particle. Return number of particles written to the input particle array. Get the particles of this system. Returns the number of particles. Is that what I'm meant to do? Instead of number of sprites equals get particles, not particle count, but get particles bracket particles. No, wait. Particle system particle square bracket particle system particle I can't tell what this means. Let's go back to this. Particle system particle square bracket particles equals new. No, this is. I think I actually need this. I think I actually need that. In number of particles, particle particle count. And number of sprites. Okay. Cool, let's just copy this. Why not? Particle count. Particle system particles equals new particle system. Copy and paste. Yes, yes. Except this is number sprites. I don't know why this works, if it does at all. Particle system get particles. And then particle I velocity right. I don't know why I need to do this. I need to do my homework after this if this works. Am I still recording? Yeah, I'm still recording. Good. 2420 expected semicolon. 20. No, this is fine. Clear. Damn it. 2420 semicolon is 2420 number sprite. No, you crazy. Ignore. Build and run. Go. Please. No. Damn it. This. Alright, so after spending another hour or so on it, I finally figured it out. And okay, there it is. Hopefully this is what I think it is. This is the second time I'm recording this, because the first time I messed up the recording. So we pressed left to slow down, and right to speed up. Normal speed, speed up, slow down. Amazing. So I figured it out, and it wasn't my fault. It was not my fault. So here's what's going on. Particle speed, see this? Variable, sprites, particle system, new. They were declaring a new variable. They were declaring a new variable. That's what it was. See this? Here, this is supposed to be them declaring a new variable, but that's not how you do it. This is also them declaring a new variable, but that's not how you do it. I don't know if they used to do it like that, but they don't do it anymore. I know that much. And this is how you well, maybe it still works, I don't know. It's just that, you know, the variable is a floating decimal number, variable is an integer, variable it's a particle system. So a particle system is a type of variable. It's a data structure basically. So sprites is a variable, it's the name of the variable, and the type of variable it is a particle system. So that's what's going on. So what they're doing is number of sprites is an integer, and then this is a new particle system type variable with that many entries in it. And then here, particle system get particle sprites. You're putting the particles into this variable, which becomes a copy of the existing particles. And then you set the velocity in this variable, in all the particles within that variable, and then you copy all the particles in the variable back into the particle system. I don't know if that makes sense, but you can't edit the particles directly. You can't set particles directly. You have to copy them and then change the velocity and then copy them back. And that took me like hours to figure out, apparently. It took me hours to figure out that they were in fact trying to create a new variable. It's like, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen enough JavaScript. Maybe that's why. But this apparently is like integer. I mean, we don't do that. It doesn't work like that. Anyway, I've got it working now, and yay, basically. Now I'm trying to remember what I said before as well. So I guess, to review what we did, we have two scripts, right? If you imagine the script on the left, the keyboard input translate into a velocity multiplier. That's pretty simple. And I've deliberately kept it simple and separate because I actually have other plans for this. So as you can see here, we just take the get axis and do a very simple times one, funny. We do a very simple arithmetic to it to transform it into a velocity multiplier. And I played around with these numbers a bit to make it look good. So for my own homework, what I'm wanting to do is not to use the arrow keys, but to use tapping. I don't know if you can hear that. So I'm thinking double tap to move faster. And depending how quickly you double tap, you will move more quickly. So imagine, for example, if you're walking, you just do nothing. And then if you start double tapping, then you start jogging, right? And then if you double tap faster, then you start running, and then if you really double tap really quickly, then you'll run. So it's basically a one button game. Although you can use any key on the keyboard. Hopefully I can get it so that you can use any key on the keyboard to tap away, and then depending on how quickly you tap, you'll run faster or slower. So then I'll have to change all this basically. So instead of the velocity multiplier being a simple arithmetic on the horizontal axis, I'll have to firstly detect the tapping, so one tap. So once you've tapped once, you need to get the script to wait for the second tap. If the second tap comes quickly enough, then it's a double tap. If it doesn't come quickly enough, then it's not a double tap, then you just ignore it, it's a single tap. But if it is a double tap, then you have to again, you start jogging, but then you have to wait again for the next double tap. If the next double tap is too slow, then you're walking again. If the next double tap is, let's say, within 4 seconds, then you're jogging. If the next double tap is within 2 seconds, then you're running. If the next double tap is within 1 second, then you're sprinting. I mean, those are just numbers. I need to test whether those are good numbers or not. So you have to detect one tap, and then wait to see if the next one is a double tap. If it is a double tap, then you have to again wait for the next tap, whether that is the double tap, and then if they are both double taps, then you have to remember how far apart they were, and then you have to determine what speed you're at depending on that. So either I guess 1, 2, 3, and 4 is the multipliers. Maybe it'll be different numbers. So that's the plan for this, and I guess that will just become a whole lot of code here. So instead of one line of code, there'll be a much larger set of code. But I'll figure that out in my own time, and I guess I'll show you guys if I succeed in the next video. And then on the other side, we've added a bit to the original diagram. Remember, before we didn't have this. We just had read the original particle speed and emission rate, and then if the velocity multiplier is different from the current speed, then you change the particle speed and the emission rate, and that was it. Well, you set the current speed to the actual current speed, but we figured out that we couldn't, in order to change what's already on screen, we have to edit the particles on screen. So we had to added this to it. So we have to get particles and put into a particle array, or like a particle variable. And that part, for some reason, took me ages to figure out. I guess the code wasn't very clear, and the code didn't work too. Like, you look up for help on the internet, and the internet doesn't help you. That sucks, right? So the code that was available as a reference doesn't actually work. So then I have to actually figure out what they were trying to do, and then figure out how to rewrite the code so that it actually works. So once you got that, you transform the variable in the array, the velocity in the array, and then you copy the array back into the existing particles to get them moving quickly again. So this part, I'm not gonna need to change at any point in the future, I don't think, because that just works, right? And whatever speed, whatever this variable is, I can use a different script to change it. And this is why I've put them into two different scripts, because I was thinking ahead even before I started this video. I knew I was going to want to do something like this, and that's why I kept them separate. And this, once I'm done with this, I don't have to redo it. Whereas the other one, I can change as much as I like, depending on what I want the input scheme to be. So that's the code. I mean, this part changes the particle emitter, this part changes the existing particles on screen. Alright, and I guess that's pretty much it. What else do I have to say? I think that's all I have to say. Now again, I'm doing this a second time, so I can't remember what I did the first time. So this video went on for quite a bit longer, and I guess I spent a lot longer on this today than I expected to. Mostly because the references were wrong. Like even here, the integer, private particle, system particle. Like this doesn't actually work. This code. This was December 25th, 2011. So it's only a few months ago. And then this is April 15th this year. So that's only a few months ago. And I don't know if they've changed it in that short period of time. I guess they have. Yeah, I really don't have anything else to say, I don't think. We can play with this again if we want to. I'm not sure what I'll do. Oh, that's right. After I've done my homework and when I come back, I want to try to put in day-night cycles. And if that's done too easily, then maybe I'll put in rain. Yes, day-night cycles and rain. So I guess I'm gonna go back to easy things. Day-night cycle would just be changing the light source, and the rain I'll just put a rainy texture in front, and then change the lighting again. So that's what I'm thinking I'll do. Although rain, if it rains, I guess there should be more clouds as well, shouldn't there? Maybe. Yeah, I'll figure that out. So that's day, night, and maybe weather effects. That's the plan for the next video if I get that far. So slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up. Looks pretty good, right? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, let's end that there.